bombing of Nam had to stop, buddy boy. Huh? You know what was going on there. Military action got out of hand. You know it had to stop. It tore this country apart. It tore the United States totally apart. Right? What was it for? To stop the advent of communism. The domino effect that somehow would affect the United States of America. If you let it slip in Southeast Asia, it would next appear on the shores of the Pacific. Or the Soviet paratroopers would drop into Kansas. And that was a justification. I remember it well. And for the most part, the whole argument exists because there was a nuclear arsenal set to go off at any time. A massive nuclear inter-hemispheric galactic war could go off in 1 week. And this was discussed over decades. It wasn't until the SALT II agreement around 72, 73 when there was a break in the Cold War, the ice, breaking the ice. And Kissinger was involved, and Vietnam was in play, Korea was in play. It was thought it was going to be a showdown, a nuclear showdown. That's how they thought the world was going to be in a nuclear showdown between the East and the West. The Soviet Union in particular. A nuclear holocaust. This was the scenario played out on all the future films. And I will show you a few. This is what they believed was going to happen. It was guaranteed it was going to happen. There were 40,000 nuclear missiles in the world set to go off. And for years and years, the diplomacy between the U.S. and the Soviet Union went on and on and on. The detente came, and France, and refused slightly. It was called a Cold War because the weapons were too dangerous to go off. But a few times they almost did. It was far too dangerous to go off. That was the reconciliation. It was mutually destructive. And that was the reason it was brought down. The rhetoric brought down. You see. And it was at least went on at least till 75. And the Vietnam War was right in the middle of it. In the heat of the debate, the Vietnam War, right in the middle of it. I remember it very well. In Jaff, if you were 18 as an American male, you were going in the Marines, you were going in the Army. You were going right out of high school. That guaranteed. This got to be very, very difficult on people. Because people were coming back mangled, they were coming back with drug habits, they were coming back with horror stories of that taking place. The My Massacre, for example. They kept getting worse and worse and worse. And we had taken over from the French even. Okay, we were the backup to the French when the French got defeated in 58. It didn't improve. So this had been going on since the end of World War II. Okay, this was an action, a continuation of World War II is what it was. The continuity of combat goes back all the way to World War II and beyond. It never ceased in this part of the world. And now it's starting to break out of the peninsula. That's trying to move into the Philippines. Sonic Bay was the largest military base, American military base in the world. You see how it's coming out here?